Hello everyone, this is your host Vaibhav. I welcome all of you to today's session of Daily Stock, in which we are going to consider the quarterly earnings for the Philip Morris International, which is a major name in the smoking world. And if you are a smoker, maybe once in a while, or a chain smoker, you might have most probably used one of its product. Now it is expanding its offering in the smoke-free segment as well as its revenues. If we break it down to the different verticals or different convert the smokers to the smoke-free segment. So all in all, it is targeting 60 or more than 60% revenue share from that segment. In the today's session, we will consider its first quarter earnings, which were released in the impacting its valuations. It is trading higher in the sessions following its report release, and I think future, or even if you were to look at it from the medium term perspective, we are pretty much likely to see it continuing to trade bullishly, and that is why trading strategies for that, of course, we need to have the firm grasp of the business environment in which the company is operating, along with the general general market sentiment for its stock price. This is the consolidated financial summary for the quarter ended March 31st, 2024. If you look at the revenue figure, the net revenues are up by 9.7%. That is almost close to double digits growth in the revenue. And if we exclude the current and acquisition related revenues, I think then the growth stands at 12.1%, which is even more impressive. Adjusted net revenues to that $8.79 billion, which is the growth of 11 percentage point. And if we look at the cost of sales have also gone up, but the extent of growth in the cost of sales is lower in comparison to the extent of growth we have seen in the revenues. That simply implies there is betterment in the margin for the company. Its operations have become more efficient, and as a result of that, these cost of sales are on the slower growth trajectory. If we take a look on the marketing, administrative, and the research cost, there is this growth of 13.5 percentage point, and this is less if we exclude these current and acquisition related costs. Operating income has gone up by 23.5%. That is why I was saying that this is the quarter where the company is looking much better in shape. It is a leaner and meaner company now in comparison to how things were a year back. Coming to the net income, we have the diluted EPS growth at 7.8%. So the growth of revenue has also translated in the significant growth in the net income for the company. Okay, so here is the say geographical spread wise data. This is for the Europe region, and we won't really be going into the details of these different geographies because that will take too much time. Now, I think since we don't really have the cash flow provided in the press release for the Philip Morris quarterly report, we will have to rely much more on the forward guidance which has been provided for the whole of fiscal year 2024. So we will have to now hit back on the first few pages. is a full year forecast provided by the Philip Morris. In comparison to the diluted EPS of US dollar 5.02 for the full year 2023, the Philip Morris is expecting these to grow by more than 10 percentage point for the fiscal year 2024, and that implies the markets are likely to treat these on the short term basis. If we consider the pricing, it has gone sideways after making this peak at 101, that is 101. From there on, it hasn't really gone anywhere. It has been trading sideways while finding support closer to this immediate swing low of 99, and it is yet to drop in a sustainable way below that immediate support. So I feel that even in the short term, if it continues to hover closer to these 9900 range, there is a strong possibility that in coming sessions, particularly in the second half of this week itself, we might see a spurt on the higher side. But for that, it has to make higher highs on the short term formation, and it has to respect these prior swing low. So far, it is respecting the prior swing low, but we will also need a small jump on the higher side to get us the confirmation for the bullishness in the short term. From the medium term, the things are on the similar lines. It has already recorded these substantial rise from around the 88-90 level to come close to this 100 mark. That is the growth of more than 10 percentage point in the span of a month. So this kind of rise has already taken place. Now that we have this price gain in the Philip Morris stock already in place, I feel that we will have to trade bit cautiously. It is not only tells you that more and more people are willing to bet on the possibility of it rising further than the willingness to short it with the expectation of it reverting to the mean, and that is a bullish marker for any trader or investor. And I feel from the medium term perspective, the immediate swing low, which is close to 94-95 mark, is going to be important. And if we have to take advantage of the situation, I feel adopting a buy on dips approach is going to be appropriate. So if there is any correction from the current levels and on the lower levels, if it prior swing low and doesn't really decline much below that, we can indeed take some chances and count on the Philip Morris stock to rise again. From the long-term perspective, we are now using weekly as the time frame for the candlestick. In the long term also, things are not really much different. So all in all, whether it is short term, whether it is medium term, or for that matter long term, the things look bullishly inclined for the Philip Morris stock. It has been making these identical lows close to 87-88 mark. The stock has rebounded multiple times and more bullishly this time around, as its rise has been quite fast. That is pointing to the renewed interest in the buying, or you can say going long for the stock of the Philip Morris. And I feel we have to keep a keen eye on the price move over next few weeks. If there is some correction from the current levels and it doesn't really decline or move past the immediate support established close to 87-88 mark, we are pretty much likely to see the Philip Morris rise again, and maybe the price beyond even these 110 are possible. Prior swing high, which is there at around 112, can also be breached in the next few months. So that possibility is still there. The only thing which we need is a decent risk reward ratio because our assessment can go wrong, and in that eventuality, we don't really want to lose too much money. So, as to make sure that our risk is contained within the reasonable level, we will have to take cautious approach here. Maybe it is better for us to wait it out for next few weeks, and if there is correction and consolidation afterwards, we can indeed try to take the advantage of the situation. So that's all from my side for today's session. If any of you have any query or any idea to share, do write to me in the feedback, and I'll be more than happy to take the discussion forward. Thank you all for joining in. Have a fabulous time ahead. See you next time around. Till then,